This place is next level nice.
There's me moaning about it drizzling a bit. These guys are in the water. That is nuts. Today, not our chance. I am so glad I'd have been backtracking, going all the way back round again. Well, good morning everybody. Welcome to 2025. Happy New Year. Sorry this video's a little bit late, but I've been doing a bit of thinking. I can quite confidently say that last year I had ideas of grandeur. I was thinking of pulling out all the stops to push this channel as far as it would go. I thought by adding another video each week that I'd be able to take things to the next level. But then reality kicked in. I took a step back to reassess what was actually important, and I realised something. I'm actually happy doing what I do, and I've got a full-time job, a family, and a fantastic community around me with this channel. And the last thing I'd want to do is dilute the content that I'm already creating by adding more. So this year, I'm concentrating on these Friday uploads only, and hopefully it'll inspire you, yes, you watching now, to get out and about using your camper van, caravan, tent, car, or whatever it is you have to explore this wonderful country. If not, making these videos has got me out, and that can only be a good thing. So that starts right now. I'm going to show you a fantastic walk and a campsite you might recognise. And no, it's not the Dales Bridge. So with all that in mind, I've decided to make a few small changes that hopefully you'll notice in the videos coming up this year. Nice! What did I get for Christmas? Beckall. The walk starts on a quiet road through the village, and it's well signposted for you to easily navigate onto the hiking trail up towards Malham Cove. One of the changes are walking with episodes where one of you watching now can come on a trip with me, go walking and camping, fire pit, beers, chill. I can't wait, it's going to be ace. Nice! So if that sounds like something you want to do, then get in touch at yorkshirepopptopadventures@outlook.com. Nice! So this is Malham Cove, and it once carried meltwaters from glaciers in the last ice age over 12,000 years ago. Mental. Also, the Yorkshire tea plantations are just around the corner, but we'll not be visiting those bad boys today. One thing I find mind-blowing about the limestone in this area is that it was formed when tropical seas flooded northern England. Hard to think that this place was tropical now, isn't it? Peregrine falcons can be seen nesting here during the summer months too. It's also a popular destination for rock climbing, so if that's your thing, then this is your place. That's massive, proper massive. Also, that's what she said, yes, my first one of 2025. Well, I think now we need to head on to the next awesome location on today's walk, so let's crack on. Oh, those steps were brutal. Today though, I'm walking mainly the Dales Highway with a few deviations here and there to look at some cool stuff. But if you're interested in doing this walk, I'll put a link in the description below to the link to the actual walk download and also the car park that I was at. Right, let's keep going. This part of the walk is called the limestone pavement, and with the bad weather we've been having recently, it was super difficult to walk safely over it. It was slippy as, and a place that I call ankle-breaking territory. My planned route was to take me up and over the fell and back down via Gordale Scar. However, I decided to take a slightly different route here, as I had a sneaky suspicion that getting down the falls part of this walk in this weather would be far too challenging, to the point where it would have been impossible to navigate down safely. So this is Gordale Scar, and it was formed in a very similar way to Malham Cove, with glacial meltwaters coming down the hill. It also is part of a fault line that's 22 miles long called the Craven Fault Line. How ace is that? And you know what? I'm super happy that I changed my route at the last minute. My route was to take me over the top and back down the falls. Now in summer that's totally doable. It's still a little bit technical and scrambly, but it's totally doable. Today, not our chance. I am so glad I'd have been backtracking, going all the way back round again. You actually walk through a campsite to get here, and I'm not quite sure why I've never stayed there, so I might put it on my list of places to stay. Oh, right. Let's get on to the next amazing thing on this walk. And sorry for the wobbly camera, it's a bit windy. Certainly worth coming and visiting, absolutely stunning, especially after, you know, all the snow melt and rain and stuff. Oh, beautiful. Busier than I thought it were going to be. Not Ramo, but yeah, more people there than I thought there were going to be. And then, randomly, some friends that we know that live in our village turned up, so I've been chatting with those. And a couple of people as well, told them about the channel, so hopefully we've got some new subscribers on board. But now, let's head over to the next beautiful place and stop recording because ice.
Not only did I get to see another great marvel of Mother Nature, something completely unexpected happened while I was there.
So another brilliant place to visit while you're on this route, and this is pretty much on the route that I planned, is Janet's Foss. And that's named after the fairy queen that was believed to have lived behind those falls. Last time I visited, it was like a trickle, so we renamed it Janet's Trickle. I was just about to leave, and this chap called Daz just came down and asked me if I were going for a dip. Obviously, I said no. And then I said, "Are you getting in?" He said, "Yeah, of course I am." Brilliant. No, thank you. Well, seriously, anybody watching this who wants to do that, I think these guys are pretty experienced at it from what they were telling me. They had a tent and everything and to get warm and dry, and it's pretty treacherous at the moment. You know, there's a lot of meltwater coming down and it's freezing. So yeah, not my kind of thing, I'll be honest with you. And I always do pieces to camera when I'm walking uphill. So there's about a mile walk back to the van, pretty much on the road. Quiet road. I shall see you when I get back to the van and we'll head off to the campsite, providing I don't have an heart attack going up this hill.
After cleaning my boots in a snowbank, I headed back to the van to dry off. What a fantastic walk, and maybe one to add to your list of places to visit. But now it's time to head on to tonight's campsite and settle in for the evening with a fire pit and a couple of well-deserved beers. I also drove past this fluffy cow thingy with horns on the way there. I suppose it's pretty obvious where I'm staying now. Stay tuned for a chat with the owners and to see what changes have happened since my last visit 12 months ago.
I'm the only one on site, and Lauren, the owner, we'll get to meet her on camera a little bit later on. She said I could park right here, right where the outdoor-indoor space is. I can have a fire pit just down here, and yeah, it means that I don't have to do any setup. All I have to do really is set my bed up. As soon as I've done cookings, bed's done, that's ready to go, fire pit, couple of beers. Oh, so some eagle-eyed viewers may recognise this campsite from last year, and yes, I did stay here before, and I thought, do you know what, it's going to tie in really well with my walk today to come and stay here again. And I thought I'd come back, see if they've made any changes, and they have, and we're going to have a look at them in a minute. But if you've not seen the campsite tour, I've already done one. I'll link it in the description below because it's a beautiful campsite, and I don't think I mentioned the showers enough. Speaking of which, I'm going to be getting another shower because they are epic showers. They're like something from the Hilton Hotel or something. And the fact that I'm here, and this is my awning today, is ridiculous. So I'll tell you what, let's get this shut. And let's show you some of the changes they've made since I stayed last time. They were installing electric hookups when I stayed here last time, but now they've finished, so every pitch now has electric hookup. They've added 2 more pitches down the far end of the campsite, which is awesome. I don't know if you remember from last year's video, but this was a bit of rubble, bit of work in progress, so that's nice. And this is kind of like a premium pitch, this one here, because you get pretty much 360 views. You can see Pennygen, Ingleborough, the Lake District, and it's pretty much uninterrupted views, which is nice. So while we're on the way to the new place I want to show you, I just thought I'd let you know that this video is not sponsored at all. None of my videos are sponsored from this time last year. I stopped doing them. They became a job. So now I just do this because I love making videos. They've added another exclusive use area to their campsite. So not only can you camp in the other place with all your campers and everything, and then have the added space that I've got as my awning, they've now got another one just behind me, and we'll have a look inside the rooms in a minute. But first, I want to show you the campsite and the campground that you would be staying at when the cow's out here. So on this pitch, which is pitch number 1 in this area, there is a VW cow just there. It's a new model, but yeah, this would all be cleared out of cows and all of the associated cow stuff before it gets opened. And this isn't open during the winter because a lot of them are grass pitches. There are a few hard standing ones as well. But yeah, this is more for the summer, and you can rent out the apartments down here as well, even if you don't have a camper van.
So while I were trying to generate AI images to get the image of the cow with a VW badge on its face, here are some of the other results I got, this one being a favourite of mine. Anyway, back to the campsite.
Right, so let's go have a look in these exclusive rooms that you can hire out, providing I can lock the gate. This place is next level nice. I mean, can you imagine? 50th birthday party, 40th birthday party, just bring your camper vans, and we've also got a kitchen and bedrooms for anybody who ain't got a camper van. Right, let's head back to the van. Let's get set up, what little there is to set up, because I've already got my brick awning, and get Lauren on camera to answer some questions, I think. So I'll let Lauren fill you in on more of the details, because the information she told me, I'm not very good at retaining, and I'm sure she can fill in the gaps of anything that I may have missed. However, one thing I haven't forgotten about is the pictures that you guys send me when you stay at campsites that I've stayed at too. And the amount of pictures that I've had from people staying here saying, oh, we're staying at Dales and Trails, it's lovely, it's really nice, you were right. So that's awesome. It's awesome that what I'm doing is working and it's getting you guys out there, certainly out of season as well, because this site is open all year round, which is perfect. Right, time to set up my dinner. I'm going to have something that I usually have in the van, and no, it's not curry. I'm having one of my favourites, which is salmon, veggies and feta cheese. Oh, it's going to be lovely. Meet the veggies, meet the veggies. It don't really matter. Oh, slippy freaking olive oil now. Let's just give it a bit of a mix up so then they're all covered in olive oil. Nice. Why are you not working? Oh. Not turned it on.
Coming up next, a chat with the owners of Dales and Trails, Lauren and Charles.
Oh, it smells lovely. Oh. So we are here with Charles and Lauren from Dales and Trails. I'm sure you're familiar with the campsite, but you're not familiar with the owners of the campsite. It's something we're going to be doing in the future videos coming up on the channel. So I've got a couple of questions to ask them, and in future videos, if you've got some questions that you want me to ask campsite owners, then please put them in the comment section below. That would be awesome. And the first question, I'm not looking at my notes honestly, is when did the campsite open?
2021, we tested it while we lived over the road at High Blaithwaite Barn, and we just randomly opened it up as an exclusive use site.
Yep.
We had one experience with somebody that we knew of old that rocked up. Wasn't our intention necessarily to be attracting families. The whole idea of Dales and Trails was to attract bikers and cyclists and, you know, runners and what have you. Anyway, some old friends of mine turned up, multiple families, hired it, posted it on a social media site, and that was it then. It just
Blew up.
snowballed, absolutely. And it was brilliant. We thoroughly enjoyed it. And then we moved over the road and purposefully developed Dales and Trails as it is today.
So what made you actually want to run a campsite?
Just seeing these people making memories, these families and friends and getting together, it was amazing. And the very fact that we generated this little spot that allowed them to come together and enjoy this time, like I say, with family and friends, it was just, why wouldn't we want more of it?
It was family who was coming. So if the family came, friends came, whenever they came to our house, they'd stand there staring at Penny Ghent and at Ingleborough and at the mountains. You know, they just literally, I've been trying to talk to them like I'm talking to you now, but they won't be looking at me. They'd be looking over there at the mountains and saying, this is just fabulous.
Yeah. So how many pitches have you got in total?
Good question. So
Thanks.
we have the ability for up to 15 units on this site and 15 units on a site that we just opened last year on the other side of our farm. So in all, we can accommodate up to 30 units, if you like, whether it be camper vans, motorhomes, caravans or tents.
And up to 100 people, so it's...
So
we've got we did a bit, we tried to keep it a little bit small, actually. We didn't want it to be too big. We wanted it to be, one of the ways we wanted it to be different is to keep it small and intimate.
Yeah, we only want to go up to those numbers when it's exclusive use. So we know that everybody that's here on this site, they all know each other, they're all friends or family. If we are renting the pitches out on an individual basis, we're looking at about 8 or 9 pitches, just to give space for privacy between each unit, really. It just makes it more comfortable.
So what do you think sets you guys apart from other campsites in the UK?
We offer exclusive use, which I appreciate most other campsites don't do, and I can appreciate why. I would say that that's one element that can set us apart. We really do place a lot of emphasis on our bathrooms. We're offering a lot of nice things in one place.
Yeah.
And the farm plays a big part to it too.
Of course,
Don't underestimate how many people want to come at lambing time, battling over the timing at lambing time. People love it.
So what are the future plans for the Dales and Trails?
So in the short term, it's mainly about optimising what we've got. Because we've got, well, I think we've got a pretty good thing here. Obviously, I'm biased, but we could also see the shortfalls. There's always room for improvements on every site. So this one, mainly need a new pot wash that's undercover.
Okay.
One of the feedbacks we've had, we've got a great pot wash,
Yeah.
but it's not undercover.
Okay.
And people get rained on and they don't like it when it's raining. It's great
Standard,
washing
yeah.
the pots when it's sunny, but not when it's raining. So
Yeah.
we need a new pot wash undercover. The camping site here, we don't want to make this too big. We're very, very conscious of that. But everybody loves pitch 5. Everybody wants pitch 5 at the end because the views are just so much. They're brilliant. There's both directions.
Yeah.
All of the pitches have good views, but many of them only one direction. That one has brilliant
Panoramic
views every
views.
direction.
Yeah.
There's scope for at least one more pitch down at the bottom there, so we think we will put in a new pitch down
Happy
there.
days.
2025, we just want to get really good at what we're
Yeah,
doing.
agreed. Yeah.
And
Just
one of the
polish
things
what we've
that I
got.
think
Yeah,
people do like is that we do have the time to pay attention to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that goes
And
down
we enjoy
well.
that.
Exactly. We
Yeah.
every night we take a walk
quick
around
one,
the campsite.
nice.
Every night we do
Nice.
it.
So what does this campsite offer other than the site itself?
The two main things I'd say are the farm itself. People generally love the animals. We've got the belted Galloways, we've got the horses, we've got the sheep, we've got the lambs, we've got the hens. Everyone loves them. So that is quite a thing. But the other thing that I think is fairly unique to this site, we get a lot of people come here. They'll come in the van, they'll bring the family, they'll bring a tent, they'll bring whatever, and they'll bring grandma and granddad.
Nice.
Who don't like camping.
Right, okay.
And they'll go in the cabin. We have the rooms there so that at an affordable level, a really big family can come and have a great time. Those that like camping can camp in the tent. Those that like going in a van can go in a van. And those that are just not into that they can have a very nice double bedroom, with an ensuite bathroom, and a kitchen, and they can do what they like. We have the undercover areas, which I think make a real difference, particularly for the exclusive use gangs, where we have big groups coming, and that really does make a difference, particularly in bad weather.
I think particularly when you're doing the exclusive use arrangement, you'll have like multiple families all rocking up to enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
And inevitably, unfortunately, it rains in this country. So what happens at that point is everybody goes back to their respective vans or tents. But what this allows is for them all still to get together and the party to carry on.
Yeah, agreed.
And also, because it's exclusive use and there's nobody else on the site to have to consider, we provide a boombox as well.
Nice.
So they can hook up their devices and play the music. Obviously, we do have neighbours, but like quite a way away. They don't have somebody else to consider over there in a tent. You know, it's only their group.
We have a pub that's just about walking distance, 2 miles down the road, but it's not next door.
Yeah, of course.
Some people will want a site where the pub's
Just
next
get showered
door.
and off.
For some people, the last thing they want is a site with a pub next door.
Yeah.
You know, everybody is different. So this one's semi-remote. It feels like it's remote when you're here. It's beautiful views, and they've got the town and the pubs. They're just about accessible. In the 2 miles.
Just about
away.
far enough away.
5-minute drive
Yeah.
or a 2-mile walk, and it's there.
Yeah.
But we're not next door, so you're not going to have a noisy time. You're going to have a peaceful time. So it's that balance.
Best job in the world.
Nice. Best job in the world. There's no better way
well,
to end an interview than the words best job in the world.
Yeah.
Awesome. Charles and Lauren, you're legends. Come and stay
you.
at Dales and Trails whenever you possibly can. Nice. See you bye.
See you bye.
See you bye.
See you, bye.
See you bye.
See you bye. Yeah.
Well done, Charles.